It's surprising that the keeper only puts two on the wall.
Two. Taking one. One's hot. Stand by two. Taking two.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, camera three. If you can hear me, you're zooming in and out too much, too fast. So it's hard for me to get your shot. On camera two right now. Going to camera one. One is hot.
Surprisingly, I mean,
got camera threes in there. Nice shot, three.
Little run going here for Spartan FC, number 14.
Taking camera two. Two's hot.
That's a great ball.
He's got number 8 on the left wing. Oh, shot was gone wide to the left. Goal kick for Gorge.
Okay, camera two. When they get down there in front of the goal, make sure you include the goal in your shot. Going to camera one. One is hot. And camera one, when you see him get bunched up down there on the end, you can zoom in a little bit tighter.
Ooh.
Stand by camera.
Oh, that's dangerous. Nice play with number 14 on Gorge. Omar Gomez.
So far from what I've seen, I don't know if you guys would agree with me, it's the battle's going to be in the center of the field. From what we know and what we heard is Spartans, looks like it's the fitter team out there. When we were watching them warm up earlier, they were more, how would you say this, precise with their passing. And that's going to help them a lot more. But keeping the pace the whole game, it's where the goaler is going to have to keep up with them and see how they stay.
Oh, we've got a dangerous play here.
Omar.
14 on Spartan. Wide to their right. Corner kick.
But the other thing about this is, aside from just being a more fit team, it seems, the other thing is they play with each other a lot better. You can see the chemistry that they've got going on that field compared to this Gorge team. It's a team of reaction versus a team of interaction. Crazy. When they have that, here comes that corner kick.
And on the near post from Gorge, going deep across the goal mouth.
See on every corner kick how much that field thins out. Everybody just comes forward, even the keeper's forward. That ball gets clear.
Oh, nice head ball.
The free header, no one challenges.
Nice head ball. Excellent corner kick. Perfect touch on that. Great header by number 8.
That was very unfortunate. I think that that ball should have been in the back of the goal. Yeah, no one even went up with them on that and challenged them, and it was a free header.
Goswin and Williams with the head ball. Boy, that was a beautiful corner kick. You can see the rotation, the backspin on that ball just floating across the goal mouth.
That's something a lot of times the people out in the stands or maybe out in television, the computers watching the game, they can't always see the way that ball is spinning. That has such a connotation to the player. You can see that ball coming in, and you can see what it's going to do as soon as it hits the turf. And it gives such an advantage.
We're looking over here. I'm looking over there at the wind marker over there at the flags, and it looks like the wind picked up, and that's also going to change the game here in a little bit. Obviously, not for Spartans so much. It looks like they're just keeping the ball on the ground, but Gore's been playing those long balls over the top, which it could be a pro and a con because it could mess up the defense on the back when the ball moves in the air, but it could also mess them up when the ball's not getting to their players as well.
Well, good point about the wind. We're going to see it here on this corner kick from the far side this time. They're going to have the wind to their back. We'll see. We'll see how they play this one.
This is one of the only times I feel that they're going to lose the advantage with those big boys. It's getting that ball in the air with its wind.
Yeah.
If it gets pushed out of the way, there's nothing they can do about it.
What are we calling here? Foul called on.
It's so hard to get a ball in the back of the goal when the ball's floating up like that, and the wind's going to do that. It's going to take it up. It's going to be hard to drive those balls how you want it to.
And you want to put it in the air, but you also want to bring it down right in front of that net. So putting that back spin is so important to keep that ball moving at the right pace.
It's got to have pace, yes.
And that back, the wind really take it.
I think I've heard pace from both of you guys tonight a couple times. That's the word of the evening.
I think it's the word of the evening because that's going to be the biggest thing. Pace in every aspect of the game is the pace of the game individually, pace of the game as a unit, and the pace of the ball.
Well said. Number 21 from Gorge FC advancing. That's Felipe Heredia.
He's got great foot skills, that kid.
Yeah, it's great to get you so far, but playing without your team, you're still 1 on 11.
Throw in number 20 for Spartans. Jordan Sell.
Tim, like you were saying earlier, like about how they're moving the ball, and I think it's the big thing, as you were mentioning, about the trust. It's like they know, they respect their roles, they know what each player is capable of doing, and it says, I'm going to give you the ball in a small space, and I'm going to trust you with it. I know you know what to do with it.
Every single player knows when you play long enough with what they need.
Right.
Well said, well said.
Know your staff, correct?
I like what you said about trust. Trust is time in action. Well played by number 19 for Gorge FC.
Has a good switch of the ball there.
Taken back again by the defense, competent defense of Spartans. Boy, they sure seem poisoned in the backfield, don't they?
That's that speed that they were looking for. That's the pace of the game they want. So as soon as they reset and change it back up to what they want, putting the other team back on their heels, trying to get to their positions, but you're already on the move by the time they're ready.
Gorge seems to prefer to strike vertically, where I'm seeing much more of a horizontal movement diagonal with the Spartan attack.
Tough to go through a wall.
Yeah, it's very, very tough to go through a wall. But as you saw in this last play, you had 6 people attacking. And one of the things that I was noticing is that as soon as they attack, they also come back as a unit. No one sits back and watches the play develop on the counterattack. They all chase back and make sure nothing happens out of it.
You got to keep moving with your team. I agree 100% with that. This team is really a team. They're playing together. Back to keeper. What a great thing. Reset team like that. But keep sending. You can hear the keeper from the Spartans team over here, other side of the field. He is calling out the shots. He is absolutely ordering the men around the field. If there's a commander on the battlefield, it would be the keeper. It's important to listen to him.
It's important to have a keeper like that can see the field and uses his voice to communicate with his defense. It's key, I think.
We got an offsides call here, fellas? We got offsides, or who do we got?
Yeah, we got an offsides here on number 21.
Oh, he was behind the last defender in front of the goalie. It's our first offsides of the evening.
He's really got an eye for the ball, you know. As soon as he wants to put that thing in the net, he's got his eyes up looking for what he can do. He was trying to come in just a little too low, and got caught with it.
Vertical play from the back.
Go Christian going in that ball up in the air again. His captain, standing solid for his back line.
Advance to the left winger. We've got Desir on the left wing this time.
Hey.
Pushing forward on the attack. Dangerous play.
That's 2 great defensive plays on that wing over there on number 2 for the Gorge. He's really a pivotal player right now. You know, he's keeping that one striker absolutely busy, and he can't do anything to free himself up.
I think you said exactly what you said. Two steps on that defending. It was one. The ball went over his head. The ball went over his head, and he got his body around him, knowing he wasn't fast enough. He just shielded out of bounds.
Shot from outside. Oh, in the net. Low and into the lower right-hand corner. I didn't think that thing had a chance. My goodness.
That keeper has so many different options of what could happen with that ball. It's tough to tell. Is he going to shoot it right now? Should I be ready on my, on my spring, or am I going to be moving laterally? What am I going to do to keep him in line?
Was that number 17? Number 17.
Yeah, it was Christian. That was the captain.
That was Titi.
Yeah.
What you were saying before about the ball and the way it has a skip on the first bounce. We just saw that there.
Exactly. I don't know if we can see it on the replay again on that shot, but it was. I don't know if the wind had to do anything with it or if it skipped before it went in there. I mean, as a player, that ball hits the ground and it's coming towards you. It's going to take a whole different bounce.
Every condition treats it differently.
Correct, especially on this turf field.
He struck the ball very well with his knee over it, low and on a direct line.
That was a great shot. That was a
right in front of the net.
That's more of that coaching, getting uncomfortably low to make sure that ball is staying on the ground is really important, really key. Driving that ball almost into the ground to get it going.
He's a good 30 yards from the goal.
No, yeah, definitely a great shot.
Is he kind of a sweeper, you guys? Would you say TT is?
I mean, that's the word sweeper would be in a whole different lineup. You would be playing with the sweeper right now. They're just playing with the. It looks like they went to a flat back 4.
Okay.
So what that does is you just have your 2 center backs shifting who covers the other one. But yes, back in the day, I guess you would call him a sweeper.
Yeah, what he would be is, on that weak side of the attack when they're pressuring over there, he is that first man that's going to get the ball that comes in. And he's going to have his support from the wing to follow him across a little bit. But as is, it's a flat back 4, and we treat him just the same. We got weak side and strong side.
Yeah, you have it's a flat back forward when they're playing with their outsides cheating. So for you at home that don't know what that means is you have your outside guy playing the weak side and he cheats up as a essentially a fifth midfielder going on that wing.
We got a yellow card out on the field. We seemed like that was a pretty much strong tackle. You know, the guy was running back to get that ball and comes cleats up with a slide. You know, that's a real no-no. You got to make sure you're respecting the players, respecting each other out there.
Our upper right wing with the gloves on, is that the yellow? Number 20.
Looks like it's 26.
Number 26 for Gorge FC. That would be Jesus Elias Guerrero with the yellow.
It's really hard to for me it's hard to accept the forward doing that to a defender. You know, you're just giving up on that play. You're just running and saying, you know what, if you're just overcommitting. That's all you're doing.
You can't get frustrated with a defense that's so big, you know, because it's not going to change. They're going to be there every single time you go up. They're going to be there every single time you get frustrated.
Oh, nice ball through the middle to number 8.
Got no chance.
Correct. It's so early in the game too.
Oh, that's another ball. Whoever's playing up the street tonight's got themselves a couple of souvenirs.
Yeah, they sure do.
Oswin Williams with the air cross. Goal kick for Gorge FC. Our keeper tonight, number 1 is Rafael Mondragon.
You know, I'm a little surprised at what just transpired there. The keep didn't take his goal keep.
Oh my goodness! Goal by number 13, David Hernandez Mane. My goodness.
That's a little bit unfortunate for the goalie. It looked like he had it covered and it got deflected off his defender.
You know, and just the same as that backstrokes make it lofty and send it up in the air with that wind, that forward spin just dropped.
That's exactly what it did.
They brought it down.
And skipped right off the top of the defender's cleat.
Oh boy.
And went down on the tightest spot too, coming down, hits the crossbar and it goes in.
Well, there's midfielder with Midi David Hernandez. TT obviously is a defender, but first 2 goals of the season, the spring season of NPSL for Spartan FC. We've got about a little over 19 minutes left in the first half. 2-0 Spartan FC. Gorge with the free kick.
You know, I was talking to some of the Gorge players. They're really untested kids out there. Some of them are 15 and 16 years old. You know, trying to get out and play soccer as much as they can. I mean, that's really great that they've got these programs for these guys to get out there and really start into a real game.
Yeah, you have a kid, a 15-year-old kid playing against men over here, which is
What are the oldest guys out there? 30 years old? What's his age?
yeah,
What's the difference in the game? Patience.
experience.
You know, how much would you put on experience when you've got those young legs underneath you? You know, like I said, you kick the ball, it goes 3 times as fast. That's that experience. Maybe I'm not going to take that 30 steps. Maybe I'm just going to
Exactly.
give right back.
And then you have that 15-year-old that's going to chase it down.
Yep. Young ones can make it happen because they're going to hustle all.
I think Spartan has it right. They got as you work forward, it gets younger, right? You have your experience in the back, and as you get forward, you have them get younger. We have Omar running on the left side. You got Christian coming down the middle.
Nice defensive play.
Oh, I think he could have killed. The keeper could have had that. He could have cleared that for him.
You know, and that's the problem right there. That keeper couldn't hear a word from him. If you would have spoke up and called him off the ball, that would have made a much better play. But as is, we got another chance at the goal. That keeper's got to speak up.
He has to keep up because it could have been an easy clearance out to a throw-in instead of a corner kick.
That's right.
As we said earlier today, those big boys. You don't want to give them those options to get inside the box for them.
Hernandez Monday taking the corner kick. A lot of pressure, but being put on by Spartans FC here. 2-0 is the lead. 17-16 left in the first half.
It looks like we've got a little bit of a limp going on with Gorge for the Gorge team. He's kind of walking around. He's got something going on with either his leg, his heel. He's got an injury going on. He's trying to talk to his coach right now to get off that field.
Oh yeah, he looks like he's getting some type of assistance there that normally you have to get off the field to do that.
And you know, I hate to say it like this. I hate to breathe life into a situation, but that's a bad on the coaching. That's a bad on the team. You got to make sure you take one of those timeout times.
Correct. I mean, easily he could have got an injury there, you know, lay on the ground, have the ref blow the whistle. But at the same time, the refs got to do their job of seeing that and have the linesman help them out. You know, can't have a spray can in the middle of the field in the game.
You guys, there's another vertical push from Gorge FC, not having the patience to wait for their teammates to get up to speed.
They're a big fan of the send it and run after.
Used to call it kick and run back in the day.
I mean, it is what they're doing right now, and they have two big boys in the back trying to get these little forwards the ball in the air, which is probably not the right way to do it.
It's almost insulting to some of these bigger players, you know, the fact that they're going to keep sending that ball up and they're going to keep bringing it right down. You know, there's no chance.
That's a
You know it. They're smiling about it.
Yeah, they are. It's like, you going to do this to me all night? I'm going to be here all night, and I'll win that ball out of the air.
I'm not getting any shorter.
I'm not. And a lot of times you burn out your forwards like that, you know, chasing those balls, those defenders just bringing it down, ball after ball. Eventually, those forwards also get frustrated and don't start chasing those balls down.
Well, you know, guys, when you're on your heels playing defense, it's pretty attractive to just boot the thing out of there to give yourself a little bit of a break. But the Spartans just turning it right around and coming right back at them.
In that situation, very applicable. You're absolutely right. But to get the ball forward from the mid, you got to take more time.
Look at these little wall passes. It's just getting split. These defenders are just chasing.
That was some beautiful 1-2 passing right there.
Beautiful give and goes by Spartan. I couldn't agree more. I just love to see them be able to spread the field a little bit more and utilize a more horizontal passing attack than the vertical game so much.
Oh, and that's just an easy giveaway there.
Long shot taken by Spartan, number 14. Omar Gomez off wide. We've got a goal kick for Gorge with 14:30 left in the first half.
You know, with as many shots as Spartans have gotten on goal, I can understand the frustration trying to get that ball out of the backfield. It's trying to get it into scoring opportunity for this Gorge team. They're having no luck getting shots on.
Omar Gomez looked like he got pushed up in front. It looked like he started off as a midfielder. There we go. That's what it is. It's a 4-3-3, and Omar is just that target forward, which is a little bit weird. Normally you want your target forward to be a little bit thicker, stronger on the ball, but with the ball skills Omar has, I think he covers that.
Free kick here for Gorge.
Here we are once again that, you know, untrained team tactic he's trying to shoot out there on the field.
I mean, if I was a coach, I'd be out there yelling at him for doing that.
It just goes to show you what discipline will do. Time with your team makes all the difference.
Yeah, and obviously I think FC Gorge is going into a transition. There used to be FC Samba, if I'm correct, and they're going to another transition here, getting to, I believe, new management. And so that could be part of it, you know, new coaching staff, new management. Probably got rushed into what they're doing now in the league, and they're not very organized, and it's showing.
Yeah, it's tough to trust your players, you know, when you don't know your players all that well, but like for all the players, it's tough to trust your coach, you know, because he's brand new for you too. You haven't been with him before, he's new tactics, new ideas, the way that he speaks, the way that he tries to get messages across, it can really ruin the game for a lot of players, is how the coaching is.
Well, luckily they're in one direction now. They've worked out their transitional things. Roger Sherrill is now the owner and the GM of the Gorge FC club. They coach Felipe Raya.
Correct.
And working together now with this young group of kids. We've got athletes as young as 15 and 16 out here on the Gorge side. More power to them for showing up and playing the game tonight. They're certainly giving it all their effort. It's early, and I'm sure they've got a lot of room for improvement here.
Yeah. Nothing but time. They still got the whole second half. They still got 12 minutes in this first half. Hopefully they can put one away and level things a little bit more.
Fortunate to be down by 2 at this point with all the chances Spartans had so far.
Once you get a ball rolling, change that momentum.
Oh.
Ooh, that's a rough hit from the back. Again, fouls like this, it's just the defender's not being on the ball on time. It's, you know, again, not being there on time, not being fit enough to be there on time. I don't think he wants to commit that foul, but it just kind of happens because he's a little slower than the other player.
Yep, he gets rolling, finally catching up, and then the ball's right across him.
We got number 17, TT taking the free kick here.
Titi usually does a little drive on the far post. Oh, but it goes to the near.
Yeah, that's that skip you were talking about, Juan, with the wet turf.
Yeah, I think this wind, it hasn't rained either. I think this wind also is going to help dry the field up a little bit. Even though it's cold, it will dry up. And,
Nope.
ooh, no, I'm surprised. He went up with his hand up to the face.
Card?
Oh,
Hey, what's that? What
here we
happened
go,
there?
here we go.
What happened there?
That's a little bit of inexperience there, you know?
No, we've got some frustration coming out here. Got some frustrations coming out. Uncharacteristic. So far, it's been a clean game. Well played, fierce and friendly. We're starting to see a little chippiness going on here, I think.
Well, you know, 24 gets a little dink, and I think he does a little bit of a flop and sells it to the ref, and 21 from the Gorge doesn't like it, so he walks up to him, and then he flops it again.
Yep. Oh, we've got a card here on number 21 for Gorge FC. That's the second yellow they've gotten this first half. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's a yellow for both of them. I think
Oh,
24 got
24 yellow, 24 for Spartan.
yeah, and 21.
Felipe Heredia for Gorge, and Dominguez for Spartan FC, both with yellows. So two yellows this half for Gorge and one for Spartans.
That was just all unexperienced. So I mean, the player got the foul, and then he goes and confronts him afterwards.
Oh,
You know, the voice of reason here, De La Rosa, he steps in and, says, you're an official, you're going to be talking. If you're not, you just kind of keep your mouth shut. That's experience speaking.
Yeah, and
Over ego, over temper, that's good experience.
correct, and he's obviously experienced. He's one of the older guys on this team, Jaime De La Rosa. And like you said, voice of reason, just bringing down the experience and just trying to settle his team down.
ball kept on the offensive side of the field by Gorge FC. Number 21. Nifty move taken away by 24. Good challenge by Gorge there. Ball taken back by number 22, Jordan. Settle it.
Still kind of wily from that hit. You can see it in his step. He's still got a little bit of that aggression left in him. He's not going to let that roll off his shoulders too easily.
No, I wouldn't be surprised to get another hit here anytime soon if they get caught in the same situation again.
As the ref, it's so tough to kind of like plan out how the tempers are going to flare and say, this is when I need to crack down.
Oh, wow. That's good work by Omar on the ball. Never gave up on that play. Looked like he was going to lose it and then traced it down. There they go. This is going to be, oh, there goes that elbow again. The ref did not see it. Oh.
I have a feeling we're not done, fellas.
Here we go.
No, I feel like that wasn't really enough for him to go down like that. But I also feel like that was a little bit too much aggression on either of their ends. They just need to cool off, separate from each other for a while.
I think Felipe, he got a little frustrated because on that foul, I think I saw the other guy throw an elbow. I don't think the ref saw it, but you know, when it's a tight game like this and you're frustrated chasing the ball around all game, little things like that are going to get to you. And but hitting is probably not the right way to do it.
A little bit more than 8 minutes left. We still have a player down for Spartan FC in midfield. Is it number 24 this time, guys? Yeah, it sure is.
Down here at
Dominguez this time.
Concordia College, it's a really great night, great temperature, not too much wind on the pitch, and it stopped raining some time ago. This is a really great night for some football.
It's a great temperature if you're a player out there.
Along with Tim Gillespie and Juan Manzanares, I'm Bruce Cracky with Portland Sports Beat, covering the game this evening. Matchburg versus Spartans FC and Gorge FC Saturday night. First game of the NPSL spring season.
There's that number 2 defense again. Really strong on that ball back there in that corner. That's one of the most trustworthy defenders I've seen out here for their.
Aaron play. We've got to throw in for Gorge FC now. Did it go up?
De La Rosa trying to hustle on and keep that pace going, make sure they're on their heels. That's that experience. When he needs to run, he knows it.
You see the Gorge, there's no one really in the center midfield holding. The two midfielders there leave their position and on a breakaway that's really going to hurt them.
Looks like we've got a corner here for Gorge FC. We've got a chance to score here with about 7 minutes remaining in the first half. 2-0, Spartan FC, Gorge FC with a corner kick here, an opportunity to score, get on the board, make it a 1-goal game. Guys, they're lucky to be within one. Oh, well taken by the keeper. Didn't see too many people challenging for that ball from the Gorge side.
I think the only 2 chances they've had has been these 2 corner kicks. Anything else, the keeper hasn't seen the ball besides his own players passing it back to him.
We've got
Great challenge from the defense, but too strong in that corner.
Too strong is pasty too. good little footwork, and here comes across.
Uh-oh, dangerous play. We got a corner kick here for Spartan. Guys, I think we got a size differential in the back. How tall are these guys? 17.
Oh,
Definitely have a size differential.
Yeah.
You
well,
look at the defense for the Gorge, you know, there are a lot of shorter, stronger, low to the ground type guys, but then you look back here over the Sparks defense, and they look like Spartans.
Yeah, they
Some
certainly do.
big boys.
yeah, those two center backs are pretty big. They're probably like a foot taller than those forwards. What do you guys think, guys?
I'm wondering if they.
Oh,
nice
great
taken
shot.
by 21.
And that was a great
Beautiful.
save by Mondragon.
Good turn, good pace, good velocity. You know, I'm wondering if they want to try something a little bit different instead of going in the air with those so much.
Sometimes it's tough to see any other option.
Indeed. Got the ball.
Pressure.
Number 2 on the wing for Gorge FC, advancing the ball to the midfielder, number 29, back to 2 on the right sideline. Oh, okay, challenge. They've got a throw in here for Gorge. A little over 5 minutes left in the first half.
Oh,
Oh,
That's unfortunate.
and that's another foul by that number 24 who already has a yellow.
he does have
So
a yellow card.
he's got to be careful with those little small fouls because eventually they will catch up to you. Ref's going to get sick of seeing that number getting called out, and he's going to pull out that second yellow.
Yep, then the coach is going to be on you about that.
Yeah.
You know, all of a sudden you're a man down, that can change the dynamic of the game completely.
Absolutely.
And there's definitely no need to be creating those fouls as well. You're up 2-0. You're controlling the game 100%. So those little fouls really drive the coach crazy.
Really great ball.
And but that was
Terrific ball by number 21, Christian Dixier. 14 right, chasing it down there. Cleared by Gorge FC.
Now, I do believe number 21, Christian, was playing for the U23 Timbers Reserve team.
correct.
So, you know, certain age, you kind of want to drop out of there and have a little more time. Maybe that's what he was looking for. Came out here, and it looks like he's fitting in quite well with this team.
It's great that they have an opportunity to play at such a high level of soccer and devote some of their other time they'd be spending if they were with the top tier professional teams here. This is tier 4 in the NPSL.
Oh, we're gonna go.
Oh, they called the offsides first before the foul, but there was a foul that the ref initially called, but didn't see the offsides at first.
Yeah, they're refing the lines, and they got to keep the communication lines open. They got to understand what each other are doing as well. Players, same thing as the trust there. The coaches, everybody on the field has to have some understanding of what their role is. Those linesmen and those refs, they got to work just as hard together as the rest of you.
Like you said, it's very important. There's, especially right there, it could have been devastating for Gore getting that third goal. I mean, everyone was really pushed up thinking it was going to be a free kick in their way. And then when he sees the offside call, if Spartans would have played that ball a little quicker, would have had no defenders on the back, would have gotten a quick breakaway there. And those are the type of calls that make a team frustrated, especially when you're down 2-0 and getting not very many touches on the balls like that. A ref throwing the game off like that and slowing it down for you, it does not help at all.
No. Once you get moving, you know, it's like you want to keep it going. You got something in your head, the rest of the team's starting to jive, and all of a sudden it gets stopped. And that's all your momentum. Change direction. Not helpful for anybody.
Going to throw in here for Spartans FC with 2 minutes 45 seconds left in the first half. 2-0. Spartan FC leading Gorge FC.
Ooh.
Hi.
It's a dangerous play there, but
Very
the ref plays on. Spartans still got the ball there on that ball. Very strong player. Yep, Omarcito again on the ball right there. Great footwork and gets his
Nice
shot
turn,
off.
nice turn. Just got under it a little bit too much. Well played by number 14. You said that was Omar, yeah?
Yeah.
Omar Gomez, Spartans FC. Goal kick here for Gorge FC with 2 minutes remaining. A little more in the first half.
There's your captain again, demanding what he wants his players to do in front of him, come back and cover. Even though they're up 2-0 and controlling the game, you see that they're very disciplined, and they don't give up those free spaces.
Every battle. You play every battle like it's a 0-0 game, like you're losing, and you will come out with the best results you possibly can.
Exactly. You don't want to let any of those mental breakdowns in there, you know? Miscommunications puts a goal in there and gives the team confidence. It changes the game.
Speaking of those mental breakdowns, it looks like number 24 had that time to calm down, cool down. It looks like a really important aspect. If you keep being angry the entire game, it's never going to work out for you.
No, that was a great tackle there. Strong, solid.
Nothing but ball.
Got a throw in here for Gorge FC. A little bit more than a minute remaining in the first half. Nicely headed.
You know, almost every single ball in question in the air has been brought down by the Spartans.
And it's because they challenge every ball.
Nice ball here. Just here out to the middle. Nope,
1 minute
across.
remaining in the first
There's
half.
a lot of ego in there in sports, you know, and it seems that this team in particular is, you know, lack of ego. And when they lose that ball, you can see it. They're just.
Here goes Christian. Here goes Christian, the center back. Titi making that run. He didn't get it, but he's still up there.
He's a driving defender. That's a really strange position, you know. You don't always see that, somebody from the backfield that makes that all the way run, you know. He comes all the way up to try to help control that center.
He's a transformed defender. He's actually a natural center midfielder. He played a little bit of pro in Mexico, and you know, just they need him with his experience in the back and his ball skills. Obviously, being a center midfielder with that experience in the back really helps.
You know, but they also
10,
recognize
9,
how big that
8,
guy is and how
7,
good. Just there,
6,
looking at the game, he
5,
saw that that ball was
4,
coming to him.
3,
He made that right
2,
step.
1.
That's all that experience we're talking about.
We're at extra time here in the first half here. We got zeros on the clock.
Yep. Full time has ran, and we'll see how much time the ref's going to add on this. And what is that? The second yellow card for the Gore?
That's the third. They
A
just got
third.
Their third, yes.
Number 15. It looks like it's their center back.
Raul Marquez, yeah. Heredia has one already, and
Oh, look at this free guy on the backside. Oh, there you go. He's got picked up. Ooh, free header again.
boy, nice try by Osman.
That was two definitely defensive breakdowns. One by the center defender and one by the outside defender not tracking that ball on the outside. The keeper had to come out and try to cover and got beat to the ball, which got lucky. It could have been another goal in there.
I think Osman Williams was surprised that he was so wide open with that, guys. Almost hit him with a shoulder blade. That brings us to the end of extra time in the first half here with the score.
And at the end
Spartans
of the first
FC
half,
2,
Spartans FC
Gorge FC
2,
0.
Gorge FC 0.
Portland Sports Beat bringing you the coverage this evening alongside Juan Montanales, Tim Gillespie,
We're
and
down
Bruce
here
Cracky.
at the Concordia yard. Really a great pitch. Really a great scene down here. We got some people in the stands. Really enjoying this night.
Yeah, it looks like we got a few numbers out there supporting the Spartans out here. The drive from Hood River is not very far. It's just like 45-minute drive, so I'm sure they got a couple fans out here supporting them as well.
You know what I'd like to see in the second half one? I'd like to see a lot more of that backfield control going out with Gorge. If they could start really moving that ball around the backfield and figuring out what speed they can take and really throw that other team off, they might have a chance to get back in this.
I think I agree with you. Controlling out of the back is very, very key in any team. You know, you control the pace, make the forwards come out, make the defenders push up, the midfielders push up, and it creates more space for your own team in the middle of the field. But booting the ball, as they've been, has not been their forte.
What do you think would be able to help fight that, booting the ball? You need people to come check that ball. You need defensive mids to kind of come back. You need your wings to outlet. What is it that they're not doing?
I think they need to spread the field out more so you can start playing out on the wings. I haven't seen them make a run down the wing all game. I haven't seen them hit a through ball to a winger. Everything's really been played in the middle of the field, and obviously that hasn't been working. They have very aggressive center mids for those Spartans, and they all work very hard. But yes, as you said, control the back, the pace of the ball. Even if you have to play it back to your keeper, the few times we've seen him with the ball, it looks like he's got decent feet. But start it over, as you said earlier, and then maybe we can control the pace from the back.
Yeah, and you don't know, a lot of times what happens with the keepers is they've got such great feet. They don't always get the fast touches on the ball, but they've got to have those good feet for confidence every single ball that comes to them. You know, on a good team, you see that keeper get a pass back to the from the defense 2, 3, 4 times and a half. It's nothing new, nothing different. And this is something that has been used for years to keep that flow going and get that extra space, because that keeper at the other end isn't going to come cover the keeper at any moment.
Yes, they're
You
not.
don't have those offense all of a sudden crashing.
That's like for the Spartans. That's advantage is that they're all coming forward. So even if the Gore comes and controls the ball in the back, I think the Spartans are just fast enough and aggressive enough to get there and pressure them. They just got to be quicker. Even though they're slowing the ball in the back, they got to be quicker off the ball.
Yeah, and that's the other thing about the Spartans I've noticed is like not only are they fast, not only are they fit, but man, they are supporting each other every single time. Somebody moves forward, they got their support right behind them.
Exactly. They got the first and second defender on the ball, and they even have a third defender there just in case something happens.
Yep.
A lot of triangles there, lining up too. The way they're passing the ball, I see quite a bit of that. Maybe, yeah, Gorge could use more of a pace setter, like we're seeing more on the Spartan attack there. Somebody controlling the middle of the field with pace, in order to keep them spread and keep the ball moving, diagonally.
I agree with that, and I think if they were to pull De La Rosa off of the wing and put him into that defensive center bit, they might have a chance to kind of create a pace.
Yeah, just
create that speed because
he has that experience. Correct, and he also has a great touch on the ball, good vision so far. That's what we've seen, and yeah, I think exactly what they're missing right now is someone in the middle of the field, someone in the back that's controlling the pace, someone in the middle of the field who's helping control that pace, going forward with the ball.
Well, I like the motto here of the National Premier Soccer League. They like to call themselves a national league with a regional focus. We're seeing it here tonight. The soccer's alive and well, really thriving in the Northwest. Both of these clubs, Spartan and Gorge FC, have NPSL teams, OPSL teams, and academies. There's one located in Hood River, as well up here in Vancouver for Spartans FC. And the neat thing about them, I was speaking with Gary Allen, the owner, on the phone yesterday. They actually have the younger kids at the academy integrating and playing with the professional players. All the professional players are registered as coaches with the youth academy, so they can be on the field at the same time. And get a chance for the kids to play with some pros. So what a great way to learn.
I mean, that's a great experience for the kids, and it's a great opportunity for other players coming out of college. Like I was telling Tim, coming even out of high school, if you don't go to college for whatever reason, or you do go to college and your college doesn't have a program, coming out here and playing at the highest level possible, it's a good motivation.
Yeah, that's a really great thing is, having that experience out there to show those young kids that can run you into the ground. You can run around me all day, but my body is going to stay in the middle. You're not going to get the ball. Teaching those kids these aspects of the game, unselfish soccer, football, everything is so important to come from that age where they realize that I don't have to make every single run. I can create other spaces, other ways with my other players.
No, it's a big soccer community here in Portland. In general, here in Oregon, it's grown here in the last 10 years. I mean, all these opportunities weren't here 10 years ago, and this developing the NPSL here in Portland is a great opportunity for every level.
Well, both these clubs, let's see, Spartans just been around since February of 2013, and their very first year in the OPSL, they won the tournament championship. Weren't you playing in that game, one?
Yeah, we played them, and they ran us to the ground 4-0, and it was a great game, but a little bit unfortunate on that one.
Was Coach Victor with them last year as well?
Coach Victor was with them. They actually went and played the regional, and they were playing for the U.S. Open Cup, and I believe they lost 2-1 in the last 2 minutes of the game.
Impressive. Gorge FC started just this past summer, so they're less than a year into their existence there, and up and coming. Really doing wonderful things for the soccer community out there. It's growing leaps and bounds.
That being said, they're not doing so bad with this team right now. They've been organized for a little bit longer. They've got a little bit more time on the ball with each other. And these guys are keeping an okay pace, really running as fast as they can, as hard as they can. And I'm pretty sure they're going to get a little bit more insight from their coaches and maybe come out kicking in the next half.
If anything, just trying to hold and maybe have a breakaway, because right now they're not really pushing on breakaway. They're trying to build, but at the same time they just want to maybe hold their defense, make them cheat a little bit more, maybe catch them on a counterattack.
Yep. The only thing you can do as a defender or while you're defending is try to keep with one of those players, keep your zone, and if you create that space, if you pull him away from his support, if you create width of the field, it's tough not to have good lanes. It's tough not to find those through balls.
Exactly.
Well, I applaud these guys for their effort. They're younger, they're less experienced, they haven't been around as long. Think about the scoreboard. It has a lot to do with the quality of the competition here. Obviously, Spartan's been around for a lot longer. They've got more experience. They're older. But but you can control how hard you try. I'm seeing a lot of effort on the side of the Gorge kids, and I think they have a lot to be proud of, and I hope they come out charging in the second half.
I think they have a lot of heart, and one big advantage I think that the Spartans also have, it's just the city of Portland, Vancouver area. You have a lot more selection to pick from. Vancouver, Hood River, I mean, I don't know how big that town is, but I don't think it's very big, but it's just, it's a small community which they love soccer, and they built this team up, and to come and compete to a big city compared to their city, it's amazing. I mean, like you said, 2-0 is it's great.
And that's the thing about the Gorge is it's a vacation town. It fluctuates 2 times the population in the summertime than it has in the winter. You know, with that being said, you have these guys around all the time. You have that practice time that they probably got in this winter. You know, through the cold, through that snowstorm that we dealt with all around here. You know, they're looking up.
I mean, just so you see the bench. I think they have like 8 guys sitting on the bench, and then you see the Gorge has like 4 or 5 on the bench. Aside from that, you have 2 other teams that the Spartans can pick from. Two reserve teams that the Spartans can pick from with their youth academy and the 2 OPSL teams that they have to pick from.
Deep. Terrific. I can't think of something I'd rather be doing more than watching high-level soccer on the Saturday, you guys. Thanks for being here with us tonight.
It's a great night for it. I'm glad it stopped raining.
Yeah, these guys, you know, they take every little advantage I can give them. You know, give them a beautiful night for temperature. They're not running themselves hot. You know, you give them a little bit of a breeze, cool themselves down, and you know, absolutely beautiful night for some soccer. So joining us now, we have another wonderful insight from a great soccer player here in town. And Samantha has been watching the sidelines for us and, you know, really giving us some information. Samantha, how are you today?
I'm doing well. I talked to Gary Allen, the coach for the Spartans, before the game, and he said that their team is committed to discipline, which I really feel like we've seen out there from them tonight. They have scored 2 goals in the first half, very good goals. I feel like they're going to keep doing well and come out with a win tonight, but we'll see.
No, absolutely. Those goals were really great goals. As you said, the one that was scored from outside the 18 over on the left side of the field, you know, he just fired it right in there. He saw a great opportunity for that lane. The second one skipped off the top of that player's shoe. That can be pretty frustrating. You're a defender.
Yes, that is very frustrating as a defender, having the ball deflect off your shoe into the goal. It's not good to do.
How do you shake that off and keep running, keep moving, and not, you know, get yourself down, get yourself in your own head is such a problem, I feel like, for defenders, because you just have the game to watch and then it's coming in again and you're like, oh, they're coming in to take me down.
Yeah, it really is a mental game out there, especially for a defender, because you're controlling most of what goes on with your mouth, and you have to kind of play with everyone and make sure that everyone's doing kind of as you're saying, but also playing on their own.
No, that's exactly what you were saying. You win the ball, so you're excited about that, and then you play it to a player to make another play, and all of a sudden you're on defense again because they give it up so easily.
That's the great thing about defense. You always know somebody's going to bring you the ball.
That's right.
I feel like the Spartans here tonight are doing a very good job in defense. They haven't really allowed the ball past half, which I can say a lot about a team. They are very strong, and like Coach Gary said, that they're very committed and they show up to every practice and ready to play as a team together, and I feel like we're definitely seeing that from them tonight.
They look very committed. They look very disciplined. I mean, everyone does their role. We were talking about it earlier, Tim. Everyone trusts everybody. Everyone knows what their limitations are to what one player can do.
And not only that, but they know how the other players are, and they're saying, you know, I'm going to keep that offsides line as close to the half as I can. I'm going to be right on that half. I'm not going to let somebody behind me. And in that, they have the confidence to be able to get back, get that ball if it does go over their shoulder, and they haven't lost a single time on those.
Definitely. Their offset drop is doing very well tonight. They're holding their line high, and they're doing a good job winning balls out of the air, so it's good to see.
No one's getting lazy on defense, I'll tell you that right now. Even if the ball gets lost in their own, in the top half, attacking half, they're still back on the ball. The first defender, or the first forward becomes the first defender.
Yeah, no. Checking back to make sure your defense is set. That's a good team play. That's a really important thing. The aspect of an defender that doesn't do that is just leaving your team out to dry, you know? Everybody has multiple roles on a team. You can't just be a goal scorer. You have to be running that line and supporting. So if that guy that is trying to run your midfielder to the backfield, if he's trying to turn it back around, all of a sudden there's another striker right there defending against that turnaround. That's another option cut off. That's the thing. You got to cut off all the options.
And they do it very quickly and very well.
Yep. Couldn't agree more.
As you were saying earlier about Samantha, about the defenders, how they're doing well, they've also haven't had very much one-on-one activity. I mean, as a unit, they're defending, so no one's really been caught in a one-on-one situation where it's a toss-up of who's going to win that ball. You know, the first line of defense is there, and then you have first and second pressure coming in right after him.
Yeah, exactly. They all seem to be very well defensively organized, and you can definitely tell very good communication between them. Not really, like you said, any through balls that we've seen, any really dangers that have been going on. Mostly just controlling the possession and keeping the game good, steady flow.
I mean, it's tough though.
Test,
in this
test,
kind of
test.
game for one of those defenders to get all comfortable. You know, I've been sitting here. They might be getting a little chilly out there waiting for the ball. But those offense, you know, they're just waiting for their opportunity. At any moment, you can just caught with your heels stuck in the ground.
You saw that on one of the runs that Titi made from the back. He went up and he got stuck up front. Luckily, they kept the ball, and then he still tried to stay up front and try to create a scoring opportunity. But yeah, one of those. I mean, as a defender, you know that you're in the center back. You got to hold that position, because if you get caught on a breakaway, you're in trouble.
Exactly.
On that same note, though, you saw that there was a midfielder that could have been in that same position that Titi was in there. Instead, he hung back. He said, you know what? If there's a last line of defense, I'm going to be a part of it. I'm going to make sure that I support my defense when he makes that run.
Again, being very organized and recognizing that, seeing that as the midfielder, being my center back just left, he's up there. I'm just going to hold for his position until he gets back.
Yep, that's just good mental awareness about the game right there, being able to notice everything around you. It's about taking a look over your shoulder every once in a while, communicating and making sure that everybody's on the same page.
Great coaching, obviously. You know, the coaching staff, something they as a coach, you know, you tell your teammates you got to cover each other. So if your center midfielder sees that your defenders you got to get back out there and cover. If a forward sees that one of the midfielders is stuck somewhere, he comes back and holds for him. So I mean, there's everyone out there is out there for each other, and everyone's got everyone's back out there.
Exactly.
So here comes the team back out. Looks like we're about to get the second half started. What do you think? You think the Gorge will make any defensive moves here, or how would you line it up?
With the Gorge, I would say that I would probably hold back a little bit more in the midfield and try and control the ball in there. I feel like the Spartans have most of the control of the ball in the midfield and are controlling balls out of the air, so I feel like if they rounded up the people in the middle and kind of got a more defensive side, they might be able to utilize the width a little bit more and hopefully spread the game out a little bit, because it looks like it's being mostly controlled by the Spartans. So the utilization of the width and definitely just ball movement, passing quicker would definitely help.
Yeah, we were talking about that with Tim. Like early in the game, you saw the Gorge and the Spartans. They were holding up well. It was a big battle in the center of the field. But then as the game went on, the pace kind of kept going with the Spartans, and the Gorge couldn't keep up with it. You know, it was just, again, just being fit, being organized, practicing 5 times a week makes a big difference.
Also directly connected to keeping that spread of the field. You know, if you can't move, you got all your players and all their players in the same spot, it's really hard to get that ball really moving in any particular direction. It's whatever you can make happen at that point.
And again, as a center midfielder, you see that pressure coming, turn around, use your outside back. Your outside back is always going to be an outlet. You know what I mean? Let him control the pace from the back. He could maybe even play it back again, relax, start it over. And I think that's one of the biggest problems, is that they're trying to force it down the middle. When it's not there, someone's trying to do a little cheeky pass through the middle or a little cheeky move to get out of trouble instead of passing out of trouble.
Coming into this second half, we got the refs all moved in the middle for a little powwow, making sure that they are all on the same page. Got all these guys trying to keep moving, you know, after that couple minutes and a half where you get tired, you've been running, you start to cool down, that sweat really sets in, you're cold, you got to get moving again. That'll change the pace of the game in itself without anybody being good, organized, or anything.
Definitely, the first 10 minutes of the second half is very important, because it's when players get back from the break. It's cold out there, so they got to get their muscles warm again. So someone's going to get caught on this, and hopefully it's not the Gorge, because that's not going to help them out.
Exactly. They've been playing really physically and rough this first half, so we'll see how they come out in the second half. Both teams look like they're ready. It's definitely a little bit chilly out here, but from the looks of it, looks like it's going to be a good second half.
Thanks a lot, Samantha, for stepping in and giving us a little information about Gary.
Thank you very much. You guys have a nice night.
Well, thank you. It doesn't look like Spartans made any changes on their lineup, as well as FC Gorge. It looks the lineup stayed the same on both sides. But we do have the FC Spartans players warming up. We have nobody warming up over there for the Gorge.
All right.
Here we go in the second half. We got a Spartan kickoff straight into the backfield, really creating that space we've been talking about. Let's see if we can put these guys off and really frustrate them because they can't get that ball.
I'd like to thank our sponsors this evening, Columbia Gorge Community College, Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine out there in the Gorge as well. The Dallas Area Chamber of Commerce, ColumbiaGorge.com, Herbalife 24-hour nutrition for the 24-hour athlete.
Oh, here we go. Spartans playing the ball real quick on that foul. And we got Christian on the ball. Look at that pace. Yeah. We were talking about this, Tim earlier. He's not very quick, but he's got that pace and a long stride that can get around you if you let him.
Yeah, playing with him previously has been a joy because you can see the difference in one person's sporadic, quick, dynamite step versus his step that is sure, strong, he's ready to move, and when he does move, it's with a purpose.
See these gaps on the defensive side with the Gorge. I mean, they're pushing up, but they don't push up as a unit. You have either your forwards just pushing up and the second midfielders aren't coming in to support. So it creates a gap where if you get it past those forwards or those midfielders, you got 10 yards each way to run. Comes a shot by Christian, a little short, a little wide.
If you don't shoot to score, you know, you got to put him on the net, even if it's just to keep that goalie guessing, even if it's just to make sure he's awake. You got to make sure that you're putting those balls towards the net.
I'm sure that had something to do with the coaching, you know. Victor yelling out there, letting them know that every chance they get, they should try to keep it on target.
What a beautiful trap there. Trap pass, one-time touch from number 24, Eduardo Dominguez.
I feel that's the most important touch, is that first touch. If you can't put it in the right spot, set yourself up for success, then you're not going to be able to do anything with it after.
Ooh, he gets a little late hit there and gets a call.
We had inadvertent handball as well, but we've got a direct kick. Is it a free kick?
It's a free kick, about 25 yards out, and I think it's the first free kick for the Gorge, and we'll see what they can do with it.
This is a really dangerous spot for them. A great opportunity for them to get back in it here.
It looks like we have Jaime de la Rosa on the ball. See what he can do.
Well, this is close enough definitely to strike it to the net or pop it over the back of the line there to see if they can't get it.
Definitely. He's looking very confident on that, like he's going to take a direct hit. Keeper has 4 on the wall.
Let's see what happens, though. He's got 2 guys offset waiting for it.
Nicely placed goal by De La Rosa, lower left-hand corner.
Yeah, that's the guy we've been talking about. That's the guy with the experience on that team. That's the guy to watch out for. He probably isn't the fastest, but I bet his patience will win out most kind of challenges.
I'm going to blame the keeper on that a little bit. He looked like he cheated to his left. He didn't expect that. So when he took that extra step to the left, it caught him, and he paid for it.
Yeah, it looked like he almost put the ball on the left panel, guys. He really struck that well, and he pulled it as far to the left-hand side as he
It's a
possibly could.
great shout. I mean, you saw his confidence. He knew he was going to take that, and it was going to be into go. No one was going to take that opportunity from him.
You know, and there's that 10 minutes that we were talking about to keep things getting warmed up when we come back out after that halftime talk.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I wish
That goalie might be a little cold. That goalie might not have been ready to be moving like that right off the bat. You know, he was warming up before the game. There's nothing but conversation in the midway. But hopefully he can come back from it.
Oh, I mean, I like that, though. That's going to make the game a little bit more interesting. A 2-1 game with essentially the whole second half to go.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree with you on that. I prefer a game to be close and then actually start a match.
I think this is the best thing that could happen for this game is the Gorge putting that goal in. It's going to give them confidence, and it's going to keep the Spartans disciplined as well.
Yep, absolutely. Both teams are going to have to react to it correctly, and you know, both teams have an outcome that could.
These next 10 minutes are going to be real important to see how they react on that goal.
You can already see an extra pep in the step from the Gorge players right now.
Yes, and then you also see the Spartans pushing up their lines a little higher. That hope maybe the Gorge can pick up on that and get a ball behind the defenders.
No.
Yep.
It's very strong.
Very strong. That's I think that is a bad call by the ref on that.
You know, he's a big boy. He's got a big body. He's going to put it out there, and if you're in the way, you know, it's just a repercussion. It's nothing to do with you personally.
It looked like he,
The right thing there.
yeah, it looked like he went straight up, and the guy's, you know, coming back towards him. So he's gonna get hit on that.
These guys don't just train by running around and kicking the ball. They train.
Here comes the first two subs of the game. They look like they have Paco. What number is that?
Number 7, Paco.
Paco.
Marcelo Estamas.
Yes. We were talking to him early in the game. It looks like he's from Brazil. Great little guy, dude.
Really interesting story. You know, he's got a doctor come up here from Brazil at 14 years old. He went up to Diamond, Alaska. You know, that's quite a culture shock. I can't imagine what that would have been like.
Yeah, going from Brazil to Alaska, it's a complete 180. I mean, you go from one end of the world to the other, talking about
There he is, Paco driving the ball with the left footer.
going from extreme hot conditions to really cold conditions.
It must have been pretty tough for him to be able to
Adapt.
adapt to that temperature.
So we had Domingos go out and Thomas come in. We also, who else came in, guys?
So we were talking to him earlier, and he also said that he got picked up by a semi-pro team, the division right underneath the MLS. So
The NASL then, huh?
yes, he got picked up from one of the teams that are from California.
Super. So he played a bit with the NASL. Did you catch which club he was with?
No, he just actually got picked up by that team. So I think he's just he might just finish out the season, and then he's gonna go to that team in California.
Ah, I see. Okay.
And it looks like they're going straight to him, right? Look at his free kicks, looking straight for Paco.
Oh, tough challenge there. Number 25 goes down hard in the heap. Oh,
Yeah, it went right over his shoulder and landed straight on his back. This could be dangerous.
2-5 still down for Spartan FC.
He looks
One of
real,
their tenured defenders, Cameron Lafleur.
he's a big boy.
Not too often we see a French surname here in this particular league, but number 25 defender, Cameron Lafleur. Looks like he's okay, guys. He's staying in.
Oh, he's a big boy. He can handle it.
Stretching it out.
So we got this outside here. Looks like it might be a little bit of a mismatch. You got Paco going with the outside defender. It looks like a one-on-one battle. That's exactly who to look for. Center back gets it out of the air.
Oh, bicycle kick.
Bicycle kick clearance. Whatever works, man.
Hey, I thought he was going to get flagged for a high kick, but no. All good. No blood, no foul.
No,
Oh, Bolton, number 13 almost.
I really want to point out that's kind of a dying thing in a lot of the football nowadays is that flair, you know, that extra little bit. Like it's not even an option for some players to really throw themselves out there like that.
Great move by Jaime de la Rosa getting out of trouble there. Oh, and here comes the rain. See how much this changes the game. Ball gets a little bit more slippery. It could be a little tough for the keepers in the back.
Got that lovely Portland mist coming down.
We got
And here goes
David
first touch of Paco ball in the game.
If you take a visit to the Spartans FC website, they've got a little montage of video of Paco scoring and practices and scrimmages that they've got there. Put the music, of course, right?
Of course. We can do that at fcspartans.com, correct?
Yeah. FC Spartan. SpartanFC.com. Yeah.
As colorful as sport as football is, you gotta have just as colorful of music. Just as colorful of players, you know.
That's right. We had some music going this afternoon when we were warming up for the game, and
It's a lot of flavor out there, a lot of bright color as well.
I understand that they like to have music at their practices too. I was watching an interview with Gary Allen and Sergio, who's a player coach for them, and they were saying that they've always got music going at the practices. The kids love it.
They,
Curious about what that music might do for team morale, for that team speed, for that pace we continually talk about all night.
That's a good point.
Is that gonna create the same tempo for everybody to play to? Is that creating the same like team building? Is that something that is really like absolutely tangible, or is that something that's just it's a nice thing to have around?
Well, I think for them, you know, it's all about culture, guys. It's the way that you do things in your community and with your team, and the culture you build, and what's special to you, and what's important to you, and that's part of their culture. And I think it allows them to feel like they're part of something special and it's unique.
They are. So they are all part of something special, and everybody that plays the game is part of something special, and that's something you can share with anybody that wants to run around and kick the ball. And I love that about the sport, and I love that about Portland. It's got so much option. I mean, free soccer any day of the week you want to play out here.
That's right.
No one says
And
no.
a high level too for these pickup games it's good competition, correct, Tim?
I would absolutely agree with that. You know, anything you want to find, you can go out there and find it.
So if I
Yes.
want a good game, I call you, right? You got the good Rolodex?
Give me a holler.
All right.
No, that's definitely true, 100% true here, Tim. There's every level of soccer. If you're just a beginner, they have something for you. If you just love the sport, they'll have that for you too.
That's right.
You know, you can play all winter long here if you want outside, or you can go inside. You got futsal arenas all over the place. This is really just a fantastic town.
Yeah, futsal, indoor, and a great move by Paco here breaking away.
Turn, just single touch. That's
And
all
he
it
was
takes to
through.
create that space.
That's right. Good covers by the center defender, though.
With the you know immersion here of the NPSL teams, and also with the success that the Thorn and the Timbers have had of late, we really are in a great growth.
They call it Soccer City.
That's right.
When Paco really just put on some
Oh, diving header! Good save by the keeper.
Offside's call on it.
great positioning. That's, you know, Gorge didn't even see that coming.
Uh-oh.
And he gives the ball
Taken
away
back
here.
by Spartan. Headbutt. Paco open on the left. No, missed it to the wide to the left. Goal kick for
Corner
Gorge
kick,
FC.
corner kick.
You know, that goal he
Oh,
needs to
corner
speak
kick,
up
okay.
twice now. I've seen where he really needed to speak up. That was his ball. His player came in wild and reckless. He could have just knocked that right in the net.
Yeah, that was a toe-saving save
Yes.
there. Could have almost gone in his own goal. Ooh,
Oh, a header.
ball went out of bounds and then back in, so it's a goal kick.
Good action here early in the second half, you guys. Seems like those guys got a nice, refreshing rest, and we're seeing some pretty crisp soccer on both sides.
Here we got the ball coming up in the air. You have Huicho in the center, Alfredo, with a lot of time in the ball there.
Yes. Good control, good possession. Wide to the right, number 9.
It's something that the Gorge is going to have to pick up on. Oh, and Paco gets a freebie in the front. He misses.
This looks like our other sub. It's Nino Ayala. I'm not sure. We lost 2-4, and we also lost. It's tough to tell with those benches, guys. Those cavernous benches they've got over there. Everybody's bundled up when they're not in the game.
Yeah, you have number 9, Nino Ayala, that came off the bench.
Yeah, and also,
as a
Paco, but we lost. I'm sorry. Dominguez went out. And
Two's in, one's in.
here comes Omar with the ball with those nice foot skills. Gets to the corner. He might get the corner off.
Oh.
But instead gets
Get
a
another
corner kick. Yes, he does.
Great defensive positioning there. Anything you can do to just cut that option away, and he did. He did very easily. Didn't allow that ball past him. You can either stop the player or you can stop the ball. If you can stop them both, you're really doing your job wonderfully.
There's a lot of coaches that say one or the other, but not both. Oh,
Header
and he goes
across
to
the middle.
second.
Goal! We have a goal, and we've got a jersey coming off.
And he's probably going to get a yellow for that if the refs picks up on it.
Number 13 for Spartans FC, Mane with his second of the evening. David Hernandez.
That was a good play. They crossed it across, and then guy didn't have an option to just go. He put it back in the middle and had a freebie.
You know, those 10 minutes we were talking about, they responded. They're back up 2 goals again.
Exactly in 10 minutes they responded.
Here's that talk that you're talking about with that ref.
That's right.
Oh, here comes a yellow for taking off his shirt, which is a stupid yellow going to drive.
I bet you he hears about it after the game and probably at the next practice.
Yes, he will.
You know, you got to have some fun out there. You got to have some flair, but you got to have some respect.
That's right. You played for Coach Victor. Do you think that's kind of thing?
Oh, yeah, Coach Victor's not going to like that. Oh, he'll hear it.
Hey, we all want everybody to have fun, but respect, I think you nailed it, Tim. And we need to have respect for everybody out there. The opponents, the officials, the fans, ourselves, our teammates.
So we had Modragon come off, and it looks like they had a second keeper going there. I'm not sure if it was an injury or it was just giving him a break. It didn't look like he had any injury, though.
No, I'm pretty sure that guy's in his head right now, and you know him aside, saying, "Hey, bud, listen, you got to play your game. You're not doing it right now. Sometimes you just got to have that, check. Make sure that you're doing everything you can to be in the right mind space."
Right, and a lot of it can be with the morale. You don't want to have 3 goals scored on you. And if the way this game might go, it could be more than 3. And if all those go against one goalie, it could be.
Spell into the next game.
Yes, correct.
Controlled by Titi at the number 22, Jordan 7.
That's one of the biggest things for goalies. Very mental.
Very, very. You're out there by yourself, it seems sometimes.
Correct.
Everybody's out there on their own, doing their own thing.
Ooh.
But to the goalie, you're
Oh,
really
he
out
goes.
there by
Pocket with the pass back to number 12. Offsides on number 9 on the wing.
really great passing into the center there, He definitely had a one-track mind on that situation. He would have looked to his outside. He had an option, but that's what he saw was the best choice.
And he also had a shot, and I mean they gave him some time to shoot it, but like you said, he was definitely one-minded aware what he was going to do with it. Here we go. We got the keeper for the Spartans warming up over there. Looks like he's getting cold. He wants some action. Oh, he playing it with that in the back like that, but he did not have anybody moving for him and no options.
As a defender myself, I see sometimes these defenders really wanting to get that ball away, and they're so focused on getting that ball away that they forget that they're the last man back, and that their needs aren't important. What they need to be doing is what everybody else is.
Correct, and again, that's just a simple mental breakdown. Knowing that you're the last man on the ball, you got to know you got to get the ball out. It doesn't have to look pretty. When in doubt, get it out.
Yep, I couldn't agree more. And that's why those clearing passes come. That's why those clearaways happen, because there's no other option.
Right, and here it is. Here's a pacemaker again. Controls the ball, gets the ball again, slows it down, and hits a great through ball to Nino Ayala. Here goes one-on-one with the goalies.
Goal!
What patience he had there, not just striking. He saw the goalie coming out. He barely touched it. That's all he needed.
That was a nice little 1-2 wall pass here with Alfredo, and he sees the run through, and he gets a great ball in the middle to Nino Ayala, which, like you said, had great patience, and it looked like he had the speed to do it. Pokes it by the defender and had enough time to pick his head up and pick a corner.
That was a savvy substitution as well. Nino comes in and scores here 16 minutes into the second half.
That was a great substitution.
Yeah, both players came out with fire,
Those two players have definitely made a difference.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's also a statement that the coach is trying to make, You're going to score on me, we're going to make you pay, and they have. Here goes Paco. Gets the foul on that.
Yeah, he had his hands up a little bit. It could have gone either way. It looks like he maybe even stepped on that player a little bit, but no foul for stepping. We're all going to get stepped on if we put our
Yeah.
feet together.
Yeah.
But boy, doesn't that hurt.
Yeah, oh yeah. Especially with this little wind, a little chill.
Feet are numb, and then they just start to tingle.
And here we go again. If you look at the back, you got the 2 center backs directing their team in front, let them know that there's open guys, and they got to get back and cover. No
2-5
one,
with a good head ball.
forward doesn't even jump and challenge the ball, though. You got to at least give a little fight there.
We were talking about communication. I feel like communication is a huge part of the game, but really there's a lot of players out there that are just communicating incorrectly. This forward was calling for the ball. He was by himself with 2 much bigger players. If he would have somehow gotten ahead on that ball, if the guy that was with him didn't pick it up, the guy that was behind him was going to get it. You got to know when to call for that ball and know when to keep your mouth shut and wait for somebody to bring it and open that space up.
Again, that communication, like you said, is very important. If you're the one giving the ball, let them know what's going on. Man on your back, turn to your left, play it back to me. Even if you're the one not on the ball, you can give direction. Let him know what he can do. Sometimes you can open up his eyes. He sees one thing. He doesn't see the other 3 options he has. Let him know. Man to your left, man to your right. Hit a through ball. Help your team out.
Yep, absolutely. And it doesn't help anybody out when you're calling for that ball without an option.
Correct. Know what you're going to do as well, which all these players look like they know what they're doing with the ball before they get it.
Good reverse field by Spartan.
Look at the absolute wonderful positioning of the Spartan team.
Wide to the right, number 2.
Get an
That was
offside
wonderful
call on it.
positioning on that Spartan team, and you could just see all of a sudden the
And look at this
Gorge
guy.
just
Look at this guy.
unfold.
Look at this guy just running straight back, getting his position. He didn't win the ball, but he slowed the play down just by sprinting in front of the guy.
It was Chuy Patino with that shot to the right. Oh, you hear the back line of
Oh,
Spartan.
great maneuver right there. He gave it a heel, nutmegged his counterpart, made it right through.
And here he goes again with the ball. See what happens here.
2-1 with the nifty move.
Well, that's what's going to happen, though. You can't expect not to get hit when he's dribbling through 3 defenders there.
That's right.
Yep, and that ref should have known a little bit better.
It's 2 fouls in a row, but, like, again, he gets the ball. He's trying to just dribble past the team. He has 2 other options.
He's got a whole bunch more options than 2, and he's only seeing 1. Sometimes it's frustrating. You feel like you got to win the game for everybody else.
And as much as skilled as you may be, you have 10 more players on the field that could help you. All you're doing is just tiring yourself and making the rest of your team frustrated for not passing the ball.
If you're tired, you can't do your job, and if you can't do your job, then you shouldn't be on the field.
Correct. And here he goes again with the ball. See what he does. Again, dribbling past another defender, gets hit.
What a frustrating thing this can be. What a frustrating thing this can be for the entire team, watching your one player go out there. You're as dedicated as he is.
Yeah.
You're out there all the time, and he should trust you more, but he's sitting there just trying to make it happen. This is the kind of player that can drive me absolutely up the wall.
I think in this case, he really didn't have any options, and he did the right idea. But the 3 other plays that he did before that, I mean, trying to dribble through 3 defenders when he had 2 other options is just ridiculous. And here we go. This is how they got their first goal. It's off a set kick, but they don't have
Kind of the
Jaime
same
de la
spot
Rosa.
on this side. Lefty this time. Oh, nice save by the keeper.
What's that? Bounce off the turf really quick.
Really sped up for him. Lucky that keeper's body was in the right position because his hands weren't.
The ball across goal mouth.
Miscommunication there.
Nice play. Nice play. Both the keeper and the striker for Gorge FC are both down.
Looks like he got kicked in the back of the head. He got a.
Looks like they're calling a foul on the striker for Gorge FC, number 26, and that would be Jesus Elias Guerrero. Free kick for Spartans FC. Looks like everybody's okay. Shaking it off. Rub a little dirt on it, right?
It's tough as a goalie to come out of that back area with power, and those strikers are definitely trying to get in your way. Those guys are definitely trying to stop you from getting to your objective.
I'm sure he was a little stiff. He hasn't had much action back then. All of a sudden having to run out like that and create a 50-50 challenge.
You guys, I'm sorry, the right back or the right midi for number 2 for the Gorge FC is really gimpy. I'm wondering if he needs to.
Yeah, that right defender is. He's been working hard. I mean, he worked hard the first half, and now he's got another. Yeah. Another trouble in his hands, which is Paco.
And
fresh legs.
He's looking pretty ginger. He's running on tenderly on one of his knees.
And it looks like that's his job to mark him. He's following him everywhere he goes. And, playing all first half the way he did and now getting fresh legs, it's going to be
that's the
tough.
defender that I was saying. You got to watch out for that guy. He's a clean player. I haven't seen him put hands on people. He's a strong player. He doesn't always get the best touches on the ball, but he stops that ball from going where everybody else is trying to put it.
Here we go, dribbling again. You got an option there. Gets by. 1-2 in the middle.
Nice. Oh, come on.
No, this to me, I feel the ref is just getting a little bit ridiculous in the second half.
Yeah.
That's the same area right there. It's a problematic area for the movement of the ball. Every single player is in that area when they're trying to come across laterally, and they keep physically pushing him off the ball, and he doesn't see that as a good thing.
Oh, and there's number 2 again.
Yeah.
That defenders you were calling.
He's got cramps, yeah. Oh, man, that's no fun.
He most likely has some sort of thing in his knee that he's dealing with. Or
Oh,
up
he's
in
got
his calf
cramps,
he's
man.
dealing with.
That's the way they're
that's
treating a cramp right there. Oh, that's brutal.
That's his calf. I mean, like we were saying earlier, he was working super hard the first half. Clean, aggressive, strong, but definitely to the ball. And it looks like it's starting to show now that hard work that he put in the first half, and then having to deal with Paco, very fast player.
He's calling for sub. The ref's calling in for substitution.
It's tough to know who is going to get more abuse, a defender or an offender, because obviously the defenders are in there trying to really put their legs in there and stop those sure-footed offense from doing their job. But, man, those sure-footed offense, when they lose the ball, they get hungry.
Those are those games where, in this case, you have the defenders getting beat up, and then you have the forwards getting beat up on the same team, just because it's just Spartans are just dominating this game in every way. 50-50 balls. First and second defenders are winning balls, and they're challenging every opportunity they get.
The physical aspect of the game is definitely stronger with the Spartans. Absolutely.
Well, we've got another free kick, kind of dangerous areas, maybe 35 yards out.
35 yards out. The keeper looks a little nervous on this one. He's right on his toes. He looks like he might expecting a shot out of him.
Maybe so. 21's taking the free kick for Gorge FC. Puts the ball across the middle.
And we did get that number 2 switched out. He is off on the bench now.
He did go out. Okay, who do we get in from?
And
We
this-
got number
2-2.
22 here in the
Okay.
corner.
and
So-
thi-
Great shot. Way to get that off.
And this could be rough too, coming in as a defender when the players have been going at it.
That was the wrong decision.
Here we go again, dribbling. But like I was saying again, number 22 coming in for number 2. The way the game's been going, you know, it's rough coming into a game like that where everyone's been playing, you know, 60 minutes into the game, and you're coming in there with
Trying to
cold
catch the
feet.
pace.
Correct.
That's right. Well, we had Saul Gomez go out and being replaced by Jorge Escobar, number 22, in
And,
for 2.
We'll see if Spartans pick up on that. You know, pick on him a little bit. He's a little cold, and try to take advantage of that.
And it looks like during that time that they made that switch, Paco also switched the field for the Spartans.
That's
No,
right.
he did.
He is over on that other side of the field, trying to take advantage of the fresh legs still with the players that have been out there for those 60 minutes.
Yeah, so now we have Paco on the right, Nino Ayala on the left, and then number 2,
This is Chewy, right? Patino?
yeah, Chuy Patiño, playing as a center forward. So you have a whole new attacking line in front. So those legs are going to get tired in the back with these new fresh legs coming in.
There's only one way to keep your win, and that's to make sure that you're keeping the score, keeping those guys on their heels.
That's right.
If you can't let them, if you let them reset, who knows what's going to happen? They got that 1 goal earlier from that, probably. You know, they're looking to not let that happen again.
Nice play by number 27 for Spartans FC. We've got
Really
a throw
strong
in here for
defense.
Gorge.
Really strong defense.
They make it tough to advance, don't they, guys?
I would
do.
not want to go against this defensive line.
They're playing well, very high line of pressure. There you go. There's a second pressure that I said. So the first guy got beat, but then you had the second defender right there just to make that cover.
It's kind of like the Matrix, where there's a whole bunch of that one dude over and over again.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Mr. Smith. Every
Mr.
single
Smith.
player is a Mr. Smith.
Yeah, exactly. They all have the same mentality, you know, which is win the ball and don't give up. They're just chasing every ball they can. There he goes again.
Boy, tough going.
You know, the other thing about this Spartan defense is
Oh,
I
nice
really
play.
love how clean
Oh,
that they're
good.
playing.
Number 9 pushing
Good
it.
ball.
Oh, we got a little hands on him there, and letting him play.
Great strong defense by number 20 from the Spartans.
Good non-call by the ref there, I think. Let's see. We got a throw in here for Gorge FC.
Of course, you've got that option as a
Oh,
defender.
number 19 in the box with the ball. Taken back smartly by the Spartans back line. Number 21 with the ball, heading towards the goal. Goes for a cross corner kick.
Great, strong physical play.
Another good no call there in the box.
And again, that's number 9, Noé Magaña, and I believe he is the youngest one on the Gorge team.
That was the guy we were talking to who was 15,
yeah.
right, beforehand.
Born 1999, guys.
Good golly. In which month?
May.
May. Well, okay, so he's almost 15.
Almost 15. Jesus.
Oh, man.
I could be his grandfather.
Oh, that was a mistake. You got to get that ball out.
So you got a 15 or a 14-year-old out here playing with these men out here, and he seemed to held up well.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Coming in against some of these defenders, they're big boys, and he is just a little whip of a thing trying to squeeze past them because it's like trying to fit through a wall.
What a great experience for him, though, as a young guy, young player, being able to go against these well-coached, well-experienced, very disciplined, really good soccer players. Man, this is
You have there's a big controversy, I would say, about that, though. I mean, you have parents or coaches and even players saying, you know, that they don't agree with, you know, a young kid like that coming out here because all it takes is it doesn't have to be a dirty tackle, but a hard tackle, and him being so tender. Here he goes again, chasing the ball all the way back, and again, you know, he puts in the effort, and he was in the right spot, but just young and not strong enough. He gets knocked off the ball very easily.
danger in the box here for Gorge. Nice shot on goal by number 12 for Spartan.
That was a great volley.
Awesome.
But like I was saying, all it takes is it's a hard tackle by one of these experienced players to, you know, get him hurt or injured, and that could be the end of his career really young, you know.
Yeah, and you know, with these surfaces nowadays, as consistent as the surface is, as nice as that surface seems, it is unyielding. When you get the cleats in and you get a rotation going, your ACL, your MCL, your meniscus, whatever it is, it's going to tear if those cleats don't come up.
Correct. And then it's
Number 21's loose in the box. There's that ball skipping around.
Great keeper work there.
and again, like you were saying, the difference between playing on turf and playing on grass is if you get a tackle, you can expect that grass to rip underneath you, and that foot comes off. And here on this turf, if your foot's solid on the ground and you get hit, that foot's not going to move, but your bones are definitely will.
Yep, I mean, that's the number one thing I feel with turf, that the biggest disadvantage is those cleats set in and you're locked in. You can turn on a dime, but you can't turn if your cleats are locked in.
We got a free kick here for Spartans FC. I'm not quite sure what they called on that one, but stop a play, and TT's going to go ahead and take the free kick here.
Real sneaky, this defender cheating up over here.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. He gets the ball, spreads to the midfielder. Now we got space in the middle. There it is.
Paco with the ball outside the box,
try to
taking
get
back.
cheeky there, try to get a meg in between them, but it didn't happen. Here goes again. Play the simple ball to the outside, but decides to dribble.
I like what Gorge has done here. Put together a couple of good passing runs and advancing the ball here a little bit.
Really great composure, what they've compared to what they've been showing.
Here goes Noé with that, recovering that ball that he lost. Well done on his side.
Yeah, they're showing poise and composure. You're right.
That defender's just too big, too strong for him.
He is a beast on that ball. Every time I've seen him go up with anybody, it's just he wins.
He's won every ball, correct.
Coach V likes that. Feels good.
Every coach likes that. Having a big defender in the back that is going to win every ball.
Well, the thing is, these guys are agile. They're quick. They're not just big. They're terrific athletes.
They definitely know what they're doing after they win the ball. It's not like they're just clearing the ball. They're clearing the ball with a purpose.
It seems to me like they're very mindful in their choices. It's not reactionary. They're very mindful about how they.
And then we have here a goalie switch. You have Jason Hines coming in here for Dorian Lair.
Time for a little practice?
Yeah, why not?
31 minutes into the second half here.
It's good. You want to have also your backup keeper get that game experience, because then you get to those important games. And how many times have you seen it in the professional world where you have a backup keeper who doesn't see one bit of...
He's way out of the box, guys.
He's a real confident keeper, it looks like, and he made the right decision, and he was sure about that ball. He kept looking like he maybe wanted to come out a little further, but he stayed close.
Here he goes, and he's...
that should be a kick.
That's going to be a
two
card.
ways right there.
Yes.
No, I hope he's not giving a card to TT, no?
Yeah, I mean...
He's giving him a card?
I mean, he essentially was the last defender, so I mean...
There's two choices. Let him by or not.
And it was, exactly, and I think he did what he needed to do there.
He's giving a card, eh?
Yes.
Okay, so TT number 17 is going to get a card for Spartan FC.
Yes, he gets carded with the yellow.
And we've got a free kick in a very dangerous spot here
And
with a new keeper
captain, that's a wise decision. It's not just something that, he threw it out because he couldn't make it back. It was a wise decision.
And you know that, like, as a player, that if you're the last line of defense and the guy's coming at you, and if you're smart enough to pick up if that guy's going away from goal and you make that tackle, you're only going to get a yellow, because if he beats you and goes straight to goal, that's going to be a red card if you make that foul.
That's right.
And here we are with De La Rosa back on the ball for another hit.
Hey, brand new keeper, guys. This is a dangerous spot for Spartan FC. Let's see what happens with this free ball. Oh, barely over the upper ring.
Great strike.
Was that De La Rosa that took that one?
That was De La Rosa again.
Boy, he's a monster on those free kicks.
He is great on that ball.
Boy, they just need a couple more of those and back in. Really nicely struck by Edgar.
That's the years talking. How many times has he touched that ball compared to one of those 15-year-olds?
Correct.
Boy, I don't think he could have hit much better. Maybe a foot to the left. And
I wouldn't even call it a foot. I mean, a couple inches would have been off the crossbar.
If he was a foot back when he struck it, it would have gone in because it was moving in the right direction.
Correct.
That's exciting. Nothing like a beautifully struck free kick.
Oh, great ball.
Great ball. Good challenge.
Number 2.
And
oh, no.
Great defending.
Really eats him up.
I think he
really eats him up.
Guys, 21 just ran out of gas.
I think that was just another...
That was really good defense.
That was amazing defense. I mean, he never gave up on it. That was a great touch by him beating the keeper. But again, he could as soon as he beat the keeper, he could have took a stroke and it would have been in. But instead, he lets it run a little bit. Maybe tries to get a little cheeky with it.
I don't know if he was I'm not sure if he thought he was alone or what the deal was.
Never alone with those defenders.
You're inside
Not with
the box.
25.
Exactly. Again, as a forward, you're inside the box. You beat the keeper. You put the ball away.
That's right.
You don't wait for it to run across your body.
Yep. We saw that earlier. He didn't barely get a touch on it. He just let it roll right off his foot.
Corner kick here for Gorge FC. Nicely struck.
Oh,
my
nice work,
goodness.
keep. Nice work, keep.
Well struck by number 8.
Another vocal keeper out here, it seems. You know, that's a really great commander on the field to have.
Juan Villafana with an excellent chance here, goalie, and brand new goalie in the game.
Paco just runs past the two defenders.
This is
what
dangerous.
is he gonna do? Gets cheeky.
Yeah, he did. He did. He got. You know, he could have chipped it.
Could have chipped
He
it
could
or
have
put
taken
it.
that shot.
Bet you he wish he had that one back, fellas.
No, I bet you he does.
All
Made
right.
it look real easy though, just running past those two defenders.
Yeah, it looks like we got ourselves an issue with the new keep on Gorge team.
That's right.
I wonder how that's gonna pay out for the goalies if they have a sub for them or not.
Well, this is probably one of the reasons they've got Paco out to the right. Besides the fresh legs thing, is he's a lefty and he's taking this corner kick here.
I don't know. I don't think they have a third keeper, and I don't think that the keeper is allowed to come back in.
Are we playing full rules like that here?
I believe so.
All right.
You ready to go in?
Maybe a little too early to pull that boy out.
Yeah, a little bit.
Paco with nicely struck corner kick across the goal mouth. Well cleared by Gorge FC. Boy, that ball had a nice trajectory to it. Surprised they didn't have anybody filling in from the rear.
It seemed like it was just a little bit too into the backfield, for what the team was looking for. But you're right, it was a great ball.
Well, that's that wind at his back might have had something to do with it, but something about the way the ball comes off of a lefty foot. Same thing with the football when you see a left-handed person pass it. It's just got a different type of English and spin. It makes it look fatter to me.
It's defending a lefty, knowing that as a defender, it's a lot harder as well. You're so used to defending right-footed players that you have to adjust your body a whole different way.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
agree wholeheartedly.
Same thing with boxing. Yes,
you have your southpaw.
Southpaws, yeah. We got it. Number 9, nicely stopped by Gorge FC.
We got a late call here by the ref.
A red card?
Calls a tackle. No, just a late call.
Oh, late call. I'm sorry.
So we got just under 10 minutes in the time left. We don't know how much extra time we're going to get for this second half, but there's been a couple of injuries, a couple of laying around. We'll see what happens. You know, it could be upwards of 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes.
Maybe just because of the subs, because within the game you really don't need to add any more time. But maybe for the subs he'll add some time.
Yeah.
Here we go, Titi on the ball.
Number 20's going out here.
I've seen Titi take some shots out of here, out of the back. He's got a cannon on him, so we'll see what he does.
20 out for Gorge FC and
Price coming in.
You know, TT's really carrying a lot of weight there. You know, he put that behind the ball, and it's going to take off like a rocket.
And there he goes. He tried to do that.
Put it through low.
Just miskicks it, but yeah, he was going for it.
So we had Settling go out and for Gorge FC.
Pierce.
Nussbaum came in, number 11.
And look at him trying to push that
Look how well Paco,
striker out of there.
Look how well Paco defends the ball, and here goes with the quick play.
Lefty shot wide.
Very, very, very smart forward. You know, he shields the ball well, and if he's not creating anything, he's gonna make it. So you gotta foul him.
Yeah, Paco really does a good job with his body. You're right. I really respect that in a player. You know, he might not have to be the biggest, but if you know how to put it in the right spot, keep strong. I mean, that's such a tactic. That's such a great thing to have.
I think here the best thing for Spartans to do is just to slow the game down. You know, Gorge looks a little tired out there, so they start moving the ball around them. I'm sure they can create more opportunities.
You know, they've been so composed this whole game. If they did slow it down just a step, they'd be able to keep that ball every single time. They would be able to just keep it with the defense in the midfield, keep it coming back to the defense.
Exactly. It's easy to want to kick the ball up high because you got fresh legs, but at the same time, you got to understand you're up 4-1, keep the ball, and those opportunities will just make up themselves.
Yeah, as we've been saying about mental game, you know, if you get in their head by keeping that ball and them not touching it, that's frustrating.
Yes, and they'll start breaking out defensively and then start leaving some gaps in the middle.
Because everybody wants to get that ball forward, especially when you're losing. So, you know, what is it better to do?
Ooh, he gets a late hit here, but the ref lets it run.
You think that's an advantage?
He calls an advantage on it and calls him back, and I think he's just gonna get the corner kick, kick, and
another
just
card
card
in there.
somebody, and that's gonna be his second yellow, and he's out for the game.
Second yellow on which one? On who?
On number 15.
On number 15. That's the second one he's done, huh?
You know, that's that mental strength.
Raul Marquez, yes, he's out for the.
That's that mental strength. You break down far enough, you frustrate the other team far enough, and eventually you're going to get rewarded
Did
for
they
it.
send him off?
Yep,
there
he's
he goes.
on his way.
He's off, so now we gotta wait till he gets off the field, and it's just gonna burn the clock. That's all he's doing if he takes his time.
He's just letting his players take a break,
Well,
take a little bit of a breather,
killing a little clock.
just before he makes them run twice as hard.
Yes.
Well, you guys, they've got, what, 6, 7 minutes left here in regulation.
Yeah,
Only going to be shorthanded for 6 or 7 minutes.
And that's what we're talking about, like just mental breakdowns and just being tired makes you create those fouls because you can't get there. And I'm sure he didn't want to hit the guy. He just got there late. He just didn't have the legs.
It's 39 minutes, 8 seconds into the second half here, you guys. We got 4-1.
We got
Spartans FC winning.
we have a sub coming in here. We have Miguel Gomez, who came in for number 13, David Hernandez.
Mane with 2 goals this evening. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, he had 2 goals this evening. Mane did. 4-1, Spartan FC over Gorge FC. We're in our 40th minute of the first half, guys.
And again, this is just the
opening
game of the season for the Spartans, who are starting off well.
You guys, this, I believe, is the opening, at least for the northwest part. The west division of the NPSL starts in late March, early April. The rest of the league, though, or the other 3 regions, are they don't start until May and June. So, so the west historically starts in late March or early April. So this could be the very first game in the west region.
There goes Paco getting
Great turn.
Opportunities here.
Really almost got away with that.
Oh, look at that. She's how
Great
much she's
hustle.
working for the ball.
Great hustle, that kid.
Well,
Chewy.
And now he's kind of paying for it.
see, this is one of those things though, where the refs, you gotta be smart there as a player. He kicked the ball out because he saw his player on the ground, but his player is out of the field. So I mean, essentially the Gorge can keep playing.
Yeah, that was the right choice for him to get that ball back.
Nice ball by Chewy to Paco. Paco in the box. A little too cheeky, as one would like to say.
A little cheeky there with it.
A little cheeky.
You know, and they're still letting it fly at that net, you know?
That's right.
No rest. No rest for that keeper.
Hey, these guys, these young guys, and especially the subs that came in the second half, they're ready to go another 45. Heck, let's make it another 90.
Well, yet again, you know, you're gonna keep getting those shots because you never know how strong these teams are going to be in the league, and they might not get those opportunities anymore. So if you can put more goals away, it's always going to be favorable for your side. Pierce.
Pumas?
Oh yeah. They got Pierce number 11 there with the nice flashy red Pumas there.
Nothing like a good classic pair of Puma
That's
Kings.
Right.
All right.
Well, that's look at Nino Ayala just make it look so easy running past that defense.
Quick,
so fast, and he got a
ball across the middle. Chewy. Oh, Chewy wants that one back.
That was great work by.
Oh,
by
he's
Nino
going to see
Ayala.
that one in his dreams, you guys. No.
Yeah, he might just watch the replay here on the.
How can I fix this? How can I fix this?
Uh-oh. You get number 9 sneaking up the backside here, but I think we're going to be
Really
all
great
right.
communication from the keeper there. You know, keeping those open communication lines even in that last 5 minutes.
Here goes Miguel Gomez with the first touch of the ball.
Look at it, overlap, that defender overlapping the ball, and they could send it to the corner if they wanted.
He could keep pushing here if he wanted to.
Yep, but he's got his, support behind him every time.
That's right.
Oh,
Really allowing a little bit of free flow for their game.
oh, here we go. Might be a little guy just being a little tired here.
We got a guy down for Gorge FC. Yeah, so we also wanted to thank, 24 Fit Club out in the Gorge there, 24 Fit Club workout system, and also Northwest Graphic Works, embroidery, screen printing, promotional products. And lastly, I'd like to thank the Hood River Elks Lodge Athletic Area for supporting the Gorge FC Academy out there. And also, it's a great community to join for. Anyway, we appreciate the sponsorship that allow our clubs to train and to get uniforms and to pay for fields and officials and everything else.
It's great what these sponsors are doing for these teams. I'm sure that this wouldn't be possible for them without all those sponsors out here. So we appreciate that.
We're grateful. Keep up the good work, sponsors.
And I'm sure the players do as well.
Indeed. But 2 minutes left here in regulation, guys. Second half, 4-1 Spartans FC. Gorge FC showing a lot of heart.
Control. Center back just being strong with it, confident.
I'm going to be confident in saying, it's going to be a Spartan victory today. I'm going to be fairly confident in saying that.
You feel good about that, Tim?
I'm going to ask you now, what do you feel like the biggest victory for that Spartan team was today? What was their biggest ally?
I think the biggest victory is just starting off in the right foot, opening up the season with the win. And just the way they did, putting in a statement. I mean, next time they play this team, it's going to be in the back of their heads. And,
nice give and go from Paco. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to interrupt.
It's going to be in their head. So I think the victory overall is just getting the win and starting off right.
Guys, I'm impressed with their communication, their poise, their spread the field. The passing's been phenomenal. And talking, I can't emphasize enough how you could hear their voices booming in this wonderful facility, the yard here at Tuolumne Yard, Concordia University.
Yeah, we
Portland.
can't say that enough. This field here, that the yard at the Concordia University is just phenomenal. They did a great job.
You know, that's something else that's to be said. These fields that are here, all of these, you know, available facilities for all the players, free, or, you know, if you got to pay for the facility itself. Look at what Nike and Adidas has done for this town. Every single field you go to, you got a swoosh in the corner. You got the 3 lines, you know, anywhere on those fields. And it's like that nowhere else I've ever been. It's amazing.
Correct. It's just the soccer city, you know, so much that also these sponsors have done for these fields. And, I mean, me as a player, I appreciate it as well.
Yeah, not only that, but inside of each one of these fields.
Oh, there you go. Bicycle kick from Chewy. I almost won.
Inside of these fields is how many thousands of pairs of shoes ground up. Every single cleat that you've worn,
That's
every
right.
one of
And
your
It's
brothers
all, and
worn.
it's all recycled.
Hey, you
Yeah,
guys,
it's all recycled.
these Adidas here are made from the same stuff, recycled race car tires. These Goodyears, eh?
Yeah, it's a really amazing thing how they're incorporating everything that's been coming into popular culture nowadays. You know, the recycling thing is really huge for the soccer field. I went to the Nike campus, and right there for all the Nike people, even at the university there, they have all these bins everywhere for old shoes, so they can just make fields.
Oh, wow. Hitting that ref just kind of gives him the foul just because this kid's been getting hit all game.
You know, you put yourself out there enough, you're going to get hit all game.
Correct. I mean, it's partially his fault, but at the same time, I don't blame him. He hasn't had very much help.
No, he's been hustling the whole time. You're absolutely right. And when he ran out of juice in there for number 25 playing defense on him, you know, sometimes that's all you got. But if you're giving it all, your team should be responding in like mind.
Now here he goes the one-on-one.
An extra time, Paco with the ball. Paco on the box.
Turning the defender.
Run off the ball nicely. Oh, crossed.
Oh, really,
Loose ball
really
inside the box.
did not know if he was going to get that under control or not. I'm glad he did.
I mean, I can honestly tell you, I played against Paco one time, and I know he's a left-footed player. So, I mean, I'm sure the Gorge players have played with him before, and they should know that he's a lefty. And don't let him turn you inside. Keep him outside. Keep him outside.
Yeah, if you can keep him as far away from goal opportunity as possible by keeping that left foot on the outside, you have to hook it. He's going to create some more spin on that ball, and maybe he's going to put it off.
Exactly. If you're right on him, you cover that back post when he shoots, and you have your keeper on the near post, so it would be a real tough shot for him to have. Here goes Zeno Ayala working hard on that ball.
You know, it's a quite a shame, you know, for as calm as the Spartan team has been all game, it seems like they are really letting themselves get lazy in these last few minutes, you know. And, you know, that's okay sometimes, but, man.
It's easy to do also when you're playing when the competition is not to your level as well. You know, it's easy to get lazy.
It's better to keep that practice going all the time, 100%, even if you're winning, especially for when you're losing. You know, if you don't play that full 90 minutes every game that you get the opportunity to, then you're not getting used to playing a full 90 minutes.
And that's the game right there, 4-1 Spartans over FC Gorge. It looked like it could have been a great second half with that early goal scored by the Gorge, but the Spartans made a couple subs and pulled away with 2 more goals and ended it at the end with that fourth goal.
Here in a second, we're going to have a couple of interviews from some of the players with Samantha. They're going to be talking with them about maybe some of the victories, some of the losses, some things they need to work on. I feel like we've talked about the Gorge team quite a bit and what they can really work on, what is to come for them, that organization, that learning what pace, trusting each other. Like that's a lot of things that is going to come for them. But as of right now, what the biggest thing that they need to work on is that trust.
Yes, exactly. But I mean, even though they did lose, it's also a big learning experience. They're winning. They're gaining an experience here, and they can learn a lot from a loss.
Always.
I mean, as a player, I know that I learn more from losing than from winning.
You know, and that's the thing. If you don't fall, then you're not pushing yourself.
Correct. So
And
I
every
mean,
time you fall, it's about how long it takes you to get back up.
I'm sure they're going to have a nice long talk at practice and maybe even tonight and about some of the things that they can work on. And I'm sure the coach took some notes on what they need to work on as well. And hopefully next time around when they play them again, they can adjust and initially give them a better game.
Absolutely. And the other thing to say about that is if they are doing what they're doing out there on the field and their coach, coach can either be positive and reinforce everything that they did right, or he can, you know, boys, it's time to start doing some sprints. Let's do some suicide drills. You're going to be thrown up. You know, what coach is going to do, how he's going to do it, that's totally up to him.
And I think I think he should do both, actually, because, I mean, you punish them for the things that they didn't do, and then at the same time, you bring up the pros that they did do well. And let them know that, you know, it's the first game of the season, it's early, and they have a lot to learn, and it's a learning experience.
So we're about to turn this over to Samantha Johnson on the field. She's got a couple of the Spartan FC's guys that she's going to interview today. Wondering, producer PJ Miller's out there with Samantha, and I think she's just about ready to
Yeah, they're going to have Nino Ayala there, and then that big center back that we were talking about all game, Cameron LaFleur.
Okay. Yeah, we're just making sure that we're all good to go out there. And I'm seeing a thumbs up. Over to you, Sam.
It looks like they're not getting any audio here on the.
Oh, I see.
It looks like we're not getting any audio here for the interview out here. I apologize, we're having a little bit of.
Well, we got a couple more minutes of us, Juan. Tim? What are you guys excited about? I mean, it's just the beginning of the season here. It's early April. We've got World Cup coming up this summer.
Oh, you're not kidding. That World Cup is a huge energy charge into any kind of like soccer scene here in Portland.
I mean, it's great. I mean, you have Portland Timbers obviously just started off their league. You have NPSL that just stared here, and then you're going to have the World Cup. So, I mean, we're going to have a lot of soccer ahead of us, and it's going to be great.
We got the Winterhawks just dominating everybody in the WHA playoffs right now. We got Timbers starting up, the Thorn to follow. Man, it's a great time to be here.
Not only that, but in technology right now, you got the Machistas coming out. You got those Prime Knits, those Fly Knits coming out. I mean, I am so excited about what's happening in the game. I'm excited to see what's happening in the technology. All those fancy, flashy cleats out there, the technology and the R&D that goes into that. It's amazing what they're doing with all those boots nowadays.
Some red Pumas I saw.
Those Pumas, those Kings, those are made out of kangaroo leather. They've been made out of kangaroo leather for years. They'll never take that cleat away.
Exactly. Same with the Adidas, that Copa Mundial, those original cleats that first came out. I mean, those just mold to your feet. But yeah, you're right. Technology, flashy shoes. If you love soccer, there's somewhere in the world where you can watch it. No excuses. There's so many different ways. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it on the internet. You can watch it on cable. If you don't have it, your friend has it. So I mean, figure out a way to watch this game, guys.
Take a walk. Get over there to 442. Go see what's what out there in the soccer world, because it's up and coming big time up here in America.
I think it's last call, guys. You know, we don't have to go home, but I don't think we can stay here for Juan Manzanares and Tim Gillespie. I'm Bruce Cracky on behalf of Portland Sports Beat. Thank you for spending the evening with us. Guys, have any final thoughts on the match tonight or anything else in particular?
I think the best team won. It was a great game.
I'm excited to see what else comes through this league.
Awesome. Thank you, gentlemen, again. I appreciate you hanging with us. And good night, everybody. We'll see you next time. Portland Sports Beat, NPSL Soccer. Thanks. Good night.